How's it going, everybody? Welcome to the channel. This is Big Daddy Dave, and this is a map tour for a new mod map here on Farming Simulator 25 for PC and Mac only, called Põllu Küla. And we're going to start with the description from the mod hub, and it reads, "Welcome to Põllu Küla. This is a semi-fictional Estonian-style map. Map info: a lot of forest lands, over 50,000 trees, custom transport and deadwood missions, custom spray paint tree markings, 1. HR thinning, 2. TR clear cut, 3. KK selective cut. Some roads are plowed in winter and some have snow. 42 fields ranging from 0.31 hectares to 2.89 hectares and 27 meadows. Medium-sized farm, 2 sell points, custom soil map for precision farming, a big peat field and peat productions that can be bought. Hope you enjoy this map. I put a lot of work into it. This is a European map created by Carl TG and INF Modding and is 404.06 megabytes to download. Now, even though it doesn't say on the mod hub itself that there are mods required for this, or there are no mods required for this map, even though it shows that they're not there, there are actually mods required for this map, and they are, one in particular is the peat mod that Carl TG has made and put on all of their maps up until this point. So that's one of them. There are several others on top of it. I think there's 3 in total, if I'm not mistaken. Now, if we take a look at the map, it looks like this. We start out here on the kind of southern portion of the map, just outside of our main starting farm. We start out by owning farmlands number 28, 29, 35, and 43. 28 is a field with no product in it. 29 is a wheat field that is ready to harvest. 35 is a field with no product in it. And 43 is our main starting farm and quite a bit of kind of periphery, like forest area that we can contend with. Field prices on the map do vary, and you can purchase all areas on this map. So we can take a look here. If we find the shop area, which is, no, that's the, that's not the shop area, that's the warehouse and whatnot, but you can see how it's kind of the periphery for this map. It's over $264,000 to purchase that kind of quote-unquote periphery area, but you can purchase, you know, like sell point areas and other various areas throughout the map. Now, the field prices, like I mentioned, do vary, and you can see here we get a couple of these kind of you know, not grasslands because they're not dedicated fields, but we get these kind of areas here where it's going to be 44,000, 104,000, 115, and 68. We do get several grass fields on this map, like this one here for 43,000, this one up towards the north at 48,000, in the middle for 93, this one here for 60, and this one out here for 63,000. Several regular fields here, just north of the farm, 15,000, 15,000, 21,000, ranging up to 33, 33, 39, 35, a little bit bigger up here in the north here at 66. A lot of the main fields are very small, so it's going to be very affordable, but because you only start out with one field that actually has product in it, it's going to take a little bit to get to it. But what this map has a ton of is forestry. You can see here 149,000, 132, 181, 132, 174. Got this one here for 80, right down in the corner, 77, 104, 142, 279, and so on and so forth. Now, the one kind of standalone feature that's been pretty much on every single Carl TG map is the peat field. The peat field here is $410,000. And again, if you have the, well, not if, because you're going to have it as a required mod. When you have the peat equipment pack all installed as well, you're then able to contend with the peat fields and utilize that as not only part of the map and harvestable areas, you're able to also have the productions portion of it as well. Now, we do start out with an animal barn. You can see we have a cow shed. Contracts on this map do exist. We do not have any productions to start out with on our own or that are available to us, but you do have one that is part of the map per se, but it's more like a mod that's like part of the map. It's like not required, it's a mod that's specific to this map. And then here, if we take a look at our statistics and collectibles, there are collectibles on this map, 10 of them to be precise. Now, if we go ahead and take a look at mods specific to this map, starting under the Buy menu, we scroll down to the Mods and DLCs tab, you'll see we have the Pete Equipment Pack here, but that's a mod that's required for this map, not one that's specific to it. Then, if we take a look under the Build menu, starting out under our Buildings tab here, there's absolutely nothing here, nothing for sheds, silos, silo extensions, constructibles, containers, tools, or farmhouses. Moving to the Productions tab now, if we scroll all the way down to the very bottom, you'll see here the Pete Factory. So the map name there, Põllu Küla, is actually the mod that is specific to this map. Then nothing here under selling points, but then under greenhouses, we have this here, the small glass greenhouse. It has the map name. That is, again, a mod that is specific to this map, and it requires water as well as the peat from the production point. So that is going to be kind of the downstream effect of the production. As you can see down here, you can see how we put peat in, and we get that same symbol of, I think it's the cultivated peat or manufactured peat out. Then you've got the nothing under cultivation, nothing for generators. Then under animals, there's absolutely nothing under this tab. Nothing again under the decorations tab. But then here under our landscaping tab, we scroll over to the right under the painting swatches. We do get several additional painting swatches. And here under trees, we scroll all the way down. You will see these ones here are specific to the map as well. Nothing under plants though. As you can see here, nothing here. Now we do start just outside the starting farm, so let's go ahead and hop on the motorbike and pull into the farm, and then we'll take a look at our starting equipment. So just right up the road here. Just right here. Go ahead and stop. All right, so let's go ahead and take a look at that starting equipment. So under this tab here and under vehicles, we start out with the Aprilia RX 125 motorcycle. We got the Ferguson PF224 Plus forage mixer, the FarmTech DDK 2400 trailer, the FarmTech Super Seas 800 manure slurry and digestate spreader. We got the Holaris MES 400 bunker leveler. We've got the Holaris Stego 485 Pro, that is the compactor for the bunker silo. The International Series 200, we've got the John Deere 6R250, the K-Brand ProLander 7500 cultivator, the Kesla 144ND, that is our forestry trailer. We also have a Kokerling Ultima 800 seeder, the Lizard MKS8 liquids tanker, the McCormick X8 631 VT drive, the Nardi N40BX header trailer, New Holland CH770 harvester, the Superflex 25 header, the New Holland T7 300 tractor. We've got the Poniger Faro 4010D forage pickup forage pickup. There we go. The Samaz KDF 341S front mower, the Samaz XT390 rear deck mower, the Samaz Z2 840H windrower, and that's it. So we get pretty good starting equipment on this map. So now let's go ahead and start taking a look at our starting farm, starting out with our silo right here. Over here, if we walk up the stairs, open the door, and over here we have our sleep trigger and wardrobe trigger right here. Tucked away all the way back here, we have our cow barn. And right here is where you can load them. And we start out with 0, but we have room for 65 cows in this barn. And right here is where you can get out your slurry. You can put in your feed. Oh, open. There we go. Feed can go in here as well as blowing in straw. And then on this side, right over top where this tanker is, that's the milk output. And bunker silo right over here. And that's it for the starting farm. Let's go ahead and hop in the truck and make our way around the rest of the map. All right, so now Here we'll make a left. Followed by a right. Now we're going to follow this road just up towards the north-northwest, just a little ways. Now as we continue down the road, we're going to come up to this little intersection right here, and this is where we're going to trail off the main road, make a right. All right, now tucked away back here, we have the debris crusher cell point right there. On the back side here, we have the warehouse cell point. Over here, we have the storage bay cell point right there. The animal dealer is right here. Now, if you want to purchase animals, you can purchase them from this location right here using this animal dialog box, or you can use this same animal dialog box at any pens and pastures you have placed around your map. If you use this icon directly, though, you will incur an additional fee. That fee is associated to a delivery fee. The animal dealer is taking the animals from this location and delivering them anywhere you want them across the map. Now, it does add up pretty quickly, that delivery fee. So if we come over here, click on this, go down to our adult cows, you can see the base price for an adult cow is $1,175, but the fee to deliver it is $100 per cow. So if we were to slam pack our barn full of cows, it costs us an extra $6,500. That's up pretty quickly. Now, to save that money, you can bring an animal trailer to this location, park it roughly in this general area, actually within these little hazard box right here, and then you'll be able to have the animal dialog box, click on that to select the actual trailer rather than the pens and pastures. So that's how you can save that money there. Right here we have AI helper Katie. And then directly in front of me is the fertilizer silo. A little buy point right there. Now we're going to backtrack out to the main road. Make a right. Followed by near immediate left. Open this door here. We have a repair trigger right in here. And shop trigger right here. Open this door. Make our way out. Head right across the street over here. Tucked away over here, we have the gas station as well as an electrical charging station right there. Now right here, we'll make a right. Followed by another right. Now tucked away back here, right in front of the door over there is AI helper Walter. Get turned around again. Coming down the road. Down this little path here. We have AI helper Noah right there. Wood cell trigger here, and this is the local sawmill cell point. Just a cell point. It is not a like an actual production, as best as I can tell. We also have here a little cell point for our wood chips here. It's all part of the same cell point here. Now get turned back around. And now we'll make a right at this intersection. Now here to my right is AI helper David, just in front of the doorway over there, in front of the porch. Now from here, I'm actually going to cut across right over here so I don't have to backtrack a whole bunch. I'm just going to cut through. Now make a left here. Follow this all the way back for our last point of interest. Back there is AI helper Ben. And that's it. That is everything here on Põllu Küla. And now it's time to render my opinion and let you know what I think. 0 to 5 scale as per usual. I really like this map, and it's kind of weird for me to say that. Now, I've liked pretty much every single one of Carl TG's maps up until this point. And again, this one, I like this one too. So normally when I look at a map, I look for kind of the like natural ebbs and flows of the landscape, and this map really doesn't have that. It's relatively, not exactly, but relatively flat, especially in most of the areas that you're going to be, tangling in, unless you're going to be doing like forestry and stuff. And even those areas, there's not that much in the ways of undulations. So why is it that this map really kind of strikes a chord with me? I think it's because of just how dense the tree lines are on this. I think that the reason why I'm not huge on the kind of flatter maps, not necessarily just flat maps, just flatter, the reason I'm not huge on them is because oftentimes you have to see the render ring, and you can see it here as I'm driving through, but because of all the trees and all that stuff, it gives your eyes something to kind of focus on other than the rendering of the grass in front of you or the bushes and all that stuff. So it really kind of gives you something to look at and focus on for the most part. But then beyond that, like, it's just this kind of natural feeling of overgrowth. Like, the landscape is not terribly well taken care of, kind of thing. So it just feels like overgrown and almost old, if that makes sense. But I don't know, there's just something about it that I really kind of like, and I think it's that kind of natural kind of overgrown sense that this map gives. Yeah, I just think that that's kind of a really nice look. The starting farm too, I really like the way the starting farm is kind of laid out because of that kind of overgrown look. You can have something to do at the starting farm that's going to be a little bit more than just getting your fields in order. You're going to be able to sit there and kind of tidy up and clean up and mow, do stuff around the actual farm that's going to make a visual improvement and difference rather than just worry about the fields and how to generate money. On top of that, too, the one thing that I'm not generally crazy about when it comes to Carl TG maps is the animal pens. Very oftentimes, this same animal pen, or barn in this case, is utilized across several maps. And in this particular case, I didn't look too terribly hard, but I'm going to just kind of confirm it right now. But when there's a pasture that's associated to it, which may not be the case in this one, actually. It looks like it's all limited inside the barn. Okay, so I don't have an issue with it. So normally what I've noticed with Carl TG's other maps is that when there's a pasture that kind of jettisons away from the barn, that there's no way to enter inside of the pasture itself. So you have all this land that could be utilized for something else, mowing wise, you can get some grass off of it or something, and you can't get in there to do it. So you got to come up with little creative alternatives. But again, nothing that you got to deal with in this particular map. But I think that the starting farm is really sharp. I love the kind of starting house and how that's all laid out. It's kind of the elevated style, the old, rusted, dingy looking. Again, just the buildings on this just lend to that kind of old lived in vibe that you get here. Again, like the rusting on the side of the silos here. You got the kind of weathering on the side of the buildings here, the wood looking distressed and old, the rust again on the side of the downspouts. I mean, it's just really nice. Everything just kind of blends and goes together. It's like you've been here for a very, very long time, and you've seen better days. I mean, to be quite honest, your younger years are behind you on this farm, kind of thing, and I like it. I just really think that it's like a nice little style to it. But yeah, all that being said, I hope you enjoyed this map tour, and if you did, please show me about liking, sharing, subscribing, following, commenting. Oh, wait, I didn't give my numbers. Hold on, back up, wait a minute. Yeah, 0 to 5 scale, as per usual. I'm going to give this one a solid 4. Solid 4. Yeah, I wish there was a little bit more in the ways of kind of terrain shift and undulations, that it's just a bit too flat. But for the most part, because of all the trees, because of all the bushes and all that stuff, it really doesn't like feel like you're missing anything. I don't feel like you're missing much from the terrain being relatively smooth and flat. But yeah, that's how I feel about it. I hope you enjoyed this map tour, and if you did, please show me about liking, sharing, subscribing, following, commenting, doing all the things. The algorithms enjoy you doing the show, showing you to this channel, and enjoying the content. That being said, I hope everybody has a fantastic day. Take care.